Hi Leo, I love you, honey. So we're gonna do ancestor reading. Catch up with our readings here. So many personals behind the scenes. Thank you so much. So right into it. Ancestor reading for Leo. Will not resonate with everyone. These readings are not a conference call. Let's see for Leo. Holy angels, Holy spirits, to the divine above, angels and ancestor gods. What can Leo know? Well, solar plexus and blocked by attachments. Your solar plexus has everything to do with your you being confident in your personal power, ability to channel into the divine. Blocked by attachments, life principles, sexual creativity, correct balance, intuition, and creativity. Being more interested in the spiritual realm than sex here on earth. Let's shuffle and ask the question properly. Let's see. If your ancestors could talk to you about something today, what would they want to say? Third eye chakra, your intuition, your inspiration, your insight, seeing the bigger picture, imagination coming through wisdom, ability to think and make choices properly when it comes to the spiritual realm and the safety of humanity. You know why? Because you rule the heart. You got the heart chakra come out. You know how to be compassionate. You know how to be forgiveness. Some situations you can unconditionally love and forgive, but in some situations you absolutely will not. Because right there is the hangman. They want you to get a different perspective on how you connect with your third eye. You need no support to be able to connect to your higher self. They want you to remember that. Don't ever ask anyone to connect for you. The Wheel of Fortune, that's a change. That's a turning point in your life. Heart chakra, in your emotions. So these ancestors, whether you like people or not, some people around you are not spiritual, so they don't want you to tell them where your emotions are coming from, because those people are definitely not even going to understand you. We're going to clarify these. Let's see. Let's pull them. If the external person, if your ancestors wanted to tell you something about them, what would they say? Ancestors, about your external energy. Somebody in your external energy. What would be the conversation they would like to have with you? Your root chakra. Do they bring a root? Do they bring a root to your foundation? Do they bring a root to your foundation through temperance? Tempering the foundation. Do they temper your comfort? And how long? This is a perspective on do they comfort you, and how long do they comfort you? Does the comfort is still there, or does it leave 5 minutes after they do? External energy ancestors. I'll fix it on the table. Let's get them pulled so we can clarify it fully. External energy ancestors. If they could talk to your external energy when it comes to them, what would they talk about? And what they would talk about is crown chakra, the unity of the body and oneness. Life principle. Correct balance through throat chakra. You're not speaking up, so that's going to make them do it. They got to speak up for themselves. Let's see what they got to speak up themselves about. If these ancestors want to talk to this person when it comes to Leo, what would be the conversation? Depletion. That comes with the color green, so that is heart chakra. Leo. They're telling them that, see, Leo rules the heart. Leo, blocked by attachments. This person is an attachment of you. Shyness. Blocked by attachments from shyness. Chariot, moving forward, excessively daydreaming. This person is purposely in your energy. Trying to make you have a bad day on purpose. You know, they call you at lunch and you're like, hey, how's your day going? You're like, yeah, this motherfucker on me all day, all night. And you are figuring out now that they're just calling to see if you're having a bad day so they can laugh at it. Kind of happy that you're having a bad day, but you don't know it. But the person of this external energy, I'm going to say it's not them, it's people around them, because they're coming out with the crown chakra and life principle. Their ancestors are telling them, you know better than this shit. So I'm going to tell you right now, this person going to get some sort of consequences. I don't know what kind of karma's coming, but we will clarify it right now. Let's see. For Leo. Okay, so the hangman is here in the third eye chakra. This is what your ancestors want to talk to you about. They want you to get a different perspective. Where you've been, where you don't ever want to go again. On how you support yourself through what your third eye is trying to tell you. Through your intuition, through the choices that you make. Look at this. Answer is yes. Offended. Offended is the 9 wands. They said yes. Reconsider 9 wands. 9 wands is your boundaries. Who do you let around you? How close do you let them around you? Do you drink out of the same cup they drink out? Things like that. Don't do that, they said. What is going to clarify the offended? Arrested and reconsiderations of the boundaries before you say yes. This is intuitive boundaries before you say yes. Mature man in despair. Someone here looks mature, but they are actually unemotionally fulfilled. In a marriage, message of concern. Looking for the red flags is what your ancestors are telling you to do right here. So let's see what kind of red flags you should be looking for. Let's see what they wanted you to do. So we're talking about you. We're supposed to be talking about you. So they brought in this mature man. So right here, where's the divine feminine? 2 Pentacles. Struggling, juggling, going back and forth. 10 Cups. She struggles with being emotionally complete. She struggles with it. She just does. So I grabbed another bundle. And the reason being, I think this feminine has given ultimatum. Either she's going to be emotionally complete or she's going to be 0. Because she's looking for that soulmate connection. 2 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. The soulmate contract. To be able to go through that deep emotional immense transformation of her wish fulfillment. She wants the wish that she wished for, not the one pushed on her. And she's not going to take it either way. So, yep. Until then, she's going to rest her mind so her body will follow. Because of the karmic partner. She feels offended. Which caused her to go into a life-changing direction. Don't concentrate on self-made illusions. This feminine blames no one but herself. She said, well, you must not have been able to think about it. That's being emotionally confused. Which this mature man, it left him in despair. It left him feeling sorry for her. Temperance in reverse. He is not at peace and contentment with that. Yeah, in that stance. The world cycle ending, King of Swords. This masculine is strategically thinking about how the cycle ended in the defense and where they found peace. Temperance in reverse is, man, no wisdom, no spiritual wisdom, no emotional healing, not being able to come together in peace. Let's ask why. Why would the masculine not be able to come together in peace? Because they have to master the trust of their intuition. Yes, seeing it for what it is. Hope, faith, balance, renewal. That the Queen of Pentacles brought nothing but depletion. It's a dead end. There's an exit, a dead end, confusion, and an argument. Every time they come together, they interfere and put more on them. It's like when they have an argument with a masculine, they're happy about it because they know they touched a nerve. Start smiling about it. Appreciate the argument. Push it back. Especially if you receive the energy of the argument, you're going to receive it. So feminine, the feminine, she's made an ultimatum within a family. She could be busy taking care of family. 2 Pentacles. What is in that 2 of Pentacles? The Emperor. Afraid. She knows the masculine might be afraid to come back because of family. And this is in reverse. Feisty. She's not mad about it. Impatient. No. So that's why the patient card come out up there. She knows she's got to be patient about it because things like this can't be fixed overnight. Indeed. What they want to talk about you when it comes to your external energy is this temperance that's in reverse here in the root chakra. How are you going to find the strength, the courage, through a decisiveness to be able to represent the foundation that's grounded? Setting your mindset, your sense of belonging here on earth, figuring out why you're here and what to do with it. So, what would these ancestors like to talk to Leo about when it comes to their person? Frustrated. When? So they're asking or saying when this person is frustrated, they're trying to find peace in what they're most comfortable with. But if they haven't found peace, they're not going to find that. So I'll grab this other bundle right here because this is telling you to watch how this person finds peace and contentment when they are in frustrated problems. How do they put up with the problem? How do they, I don't like to use the word deal, but it's asking you to look and see how do they coincide with the problem? How do they react with the problem? If they react at all. This is going to allow you to find your sense of belonging with this person and the relationship that they bring to you. Red flag. What is the red flag? When they get frustrated, how do they fix it? What do they connect to fix their frustration? Do they walk away, goddess of the moon, and become an illusion? Do they just walk away? The garden of the gate, without coming out the gate, through the fourth house right here. The fourth house is all about the heart chakra. They have to come out openly to you emotionally. You're not going to do the guessing game emotionally. You rule the heart. You know that they owe it to you. If they care about you, if they have emotion for you, you know that they have to fucking tell you. At least show you some sort of manner. Why would this person be frustrated on how to find peace and contentment and figuring out who they are, their whole sense of belonging? The hangman in reverse, because they cannot have support. They cannot have support. They want support. They're not. That's the judgment right there. I told you. This is a breaker 19 calling on the divine. Father, can you hear me? There was judgment called because of what this person actually did. The final and firm decision. They made a final and firm decision to not support you. Instead, they walked away and become an illusion. You never seen them again. What? And here is the Empress soulmate. The divine sends you your counterpart and you just, I'm going to say, leave her standing like she didn't matter. The Six of Swords, divinely guided master, focus, divinely guided focus. The feminine, it looks like with that Six of Swords, she heard her ancestors tell her, you'll have to leave this behind and go ahead and find peace within because there's nothing to be done there about this situation. Whoa. What's the reason why nothing can be done about the situation now? Because of the mature woman, which would be the matchmaker to the mature man. 8 swords. A mental imprisonment of the Lovers. Unexpected income. Right there is spiritual abundance. The reason why is because it would cause the feminine to be confused in what her abundance is, on where she's going to find her cornucopia. The divine doesn't want the feminine confused, so therefore there's judgment being called until they are supported. They need to be supporting themselves. The hangman is a different support system. Hangman is in reverse is having somebody to cut you down. They need to not have nobody to cut them down. They have to learn how to cut their own stuff down spiritually. That's what they have to learn. What these ancestors want to talk to this person about when it comes to them is the crown chakra and life principle. Through your wisdom and understanding, they want them to be spiritually open. That way they can connect to the divine directly through their knowledge. Let's see, what are they saying? And then maybe You'll vibe high. Let's pull them. But right now, this is weighing heavy on this person because of how they're acting. Feisty and frustrated. Very impatient and no. These ancestors are telling this person that the divine is not going to put up with a crybaby. The divine is not going to put up with someone that doesn't go by spiritual law. Yeah, Courthouse. Their ancestors are saying you're going to get us all in trouble. The whole DNA, bloodline. Look, Courthouse adjudication through a message of concern and a child. They're going to, these ancestors are saying you're going to take us all back to where it all started. Well, that's probably what needs to happen anyway. A courthouse adjudication. This needs to be justified. Don't ever correct on earth what needs to be corrected in heaven. It actually needs to be justified through the divine above. That's the only way that this person is going to vibe high. To justify them being vibing high, if they've got something on their back. Whatever is on their back is causing them to be feisty. And that's the Ace of Cups. Love is heavy. Oh, love can be such a mean word sometimes. Especially when it's a two souls into one kind of love. You got the Two of Cups and the 10 Pentacles. There's where your abundance is. Mastering. Focus, focus, focus. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Breach of contract. Being too focused will breach the contract. And there's the Devil. It's temptation on man. It's their own independent attachments. What you think is what you are. The energy you think is the energy you want to bring. Take on. What they want to talk to this person when it comes to you is blocked by attachments and depletion. What is in depletion is the heart chakra. They have no feelings because these feelings are blocked by their attachments. So they're asking a question. They're saying how. High Priestess is like, how the hell are you going to start talking to your higher self if you have no connection? You have no connection. Karmic woman and pissed. They're pissed off about the karmic woman being let into this energy of this person. What's the karmic woman energy to this person? Let's see. That's the message. In the family room. Uh-oh. What's the message in the family room about? A journey. Journey through the courtship of community and change. A change of the journey going through a courtship with this karmic cycle, because it was supposed to lead them to start talking to their higher self, talking to the divine. I shuffled this deck and it has high honor at the bottom, holding their self in higher regard in the spiritual realm. Well, what do they need to know about Leo? What is these ancestors telling them when it comes to Leo? There's your star, honey. There's your hope, your faith, your balance, renewal of a situation. 8 Cups. They're telling this person that you healed because you took your emotions out of it. You have controlled your emotions and you don't put your emotions in spiritual connections. They're telling this person, the 8 Wands, quickly communicate. 6 Wands, your communication will be successful. They're also daring this person, go ahead, talk to Leo and see if they have emotions and see if they've healed emotionally. Leo, they're telling them that you're not the same person that they left you. You're not in the same place that they left you either. That's the risk that they're taking before they are divinely guided to leave something behind and come forward to you. They got to release the devil. That's the attachment, third-party attachment. So they're getting some sort of consequences right now. And the divine bloodline is pissed off about it because one wrong move can make the whole family DNA have 10 years worth of karma. And you know, when someone don't make it that's paying that karma, the next person down is going to get it. There it is. There's the Queen of Pentacles and the Devil. It's a karmic X. These two are Capricorn energies. Look. It's going to cause a spiritual reflection. Oh my gosh. Where's the divine feminine in the Queen of Pentacles and the Devil? With the Hierophant. She's speaking up. She's saying it loudly to the Queen of Cups. She's saying something to the Queen of Cups, Cancer energy. It's an ultimatum to level. This is 8 Pentacles. This is her focus. She's given an ultimatum to be able to level with her confidence intuitively at a dead end. King of Wands. It's she, by challenging the Queen of Cups spiritually, she's really challenging the masculine without challenging his realm. Woo. Where is the divine masculine here? The High Priestess, the Devil, the Hierophant, and the Hermit. Well, the masculine is now in the Hangman in the upright. He's getting a different perspective on who he allows to support him when he's vibing low. And through that, the Knight of Cups, Pisces energy, trusting that all of this deception, all of this interferences was for him to get new energy and a new perspective on how to become more spiritually balanced. Figuring out what he wants to be connected to and what he don't want to be connected to. That's brand new energy. With justice, coming with justice, I mean, this is cause versus effect. This masculine is looking back all the way from his childhood. All the way. Look what he's looking at. The feminine lover. That's what he's seeing. The divine union lover. The lover that was meant for him for a long time. The Queen of Swords. So why is the Queen of Swords coming out after the Empress in this Leo reading? Where's the feminine? In the feminine, she has the 7 Wands. She took a stand. She could have been protected from stress, anxiety, and sleepless nights. It wasn't her problem. So who's the Queen of Swords when it comes to this divine masculine? Well, that's where your stress, anxiety, and sleepless nights are coming from. Yeah, 4 of Swords. That's where he went to be able to block the stress. Okay, so let me drop the cards for a minute. That's the red flag that they're trying to give you of this external energy. They want you to figure out where they go when they try to solve problems. When someone pisses them off, in love, if somebody cheats on them, what do? Do they go cheat on that person too, or do they just cut their self off cold turkey from these people? You want to know what they do at their lowest point. You want to know what kind of decisions they make at their lowest point. If this is a feminine in the reading, external, she wants to know how this masculine talks to women in his life. She wants to know how the masculine respects their family, even though their family doesn't love them and respect them, and the vice versa for the feminine. Wanting to initiate, interested in getting together. You both of you want to see each other face to face, because that's the only way that you're going to completely decipher this. Yep, that's how you're going to only call for your final and firm judgment in a Tower. It's going to be a shocking judgment. That breaker 19 calling on the Divine Father, can you hear me? Because the judgment's going to be a wish fulfillment without emotion. And that's the challenge. That's what's been challenging this contract the whole time. It's what's why you have maybe second guessed this contract. King of Swords in reverse. Maybe the masculine did make a stupid decision, and that's what changed it. That's the change in the turning point right there, when he did make a decision that he didn't think about. Because let me see, this is the family cycle that's about to close. You got 10 cups in the circle, and that's what he has to master, the King of Wands, to get his throne. What is in this 10 of Cups that the masculine has to end today? Okay, it's a whole family that he's taking care of. And he's got to do it to get his power back. He's got to do it to get his strength, his courage, his power, his wisdom. He's got to do that to be able to abundify his stance of where he has attained himself. He has been divinely guided to leave the crap behind, where he can take that 5 Swords and go somewhere himself, to hear himself think. Curious on where he goes to find peace, to be able to master his heartbreak. This master was heartbroken, so this is telling you to watch what they're going to do when they're heartbroken mostly. There's the Temperance. Watch how they find peace on hold. Yep. Comfortable, emotionally confused. When they find comfort, well, being emotionally confused and moving forward victoriously, calling for that judgment, that breaker 19 calling on the divine. When you leave something behind, do you leave it behind for good, or do you reconsider? The Queen of Swords, plan and preparation, reconsidering that initiation of interest is going to ascend this masculine. This is a masculine that as soon as he tells the Queen of Swords no, the divine above is going to lift him up, and that's the successful recognition of love. It's the only way that's going to tell the divine that this King of Wands knows what he deserves. It's going to show them the divine above that this masculine is working on doing a little bit of shadow work through manifesting. It's taken them a long time to manifest it because the moon is here behind the scenes. They know there was something in divine timing happened, and secrets in divine timing was going to be released, and freedom of speech within freedom of speech. So here's the Fool here with the Six of Swords. What's the Fool of the Eight Swords right here? That's where all the confusion's going to come from. All right. You have someone eating their words. They regret what they said because they said it out of confusion. You were their independent enlightenment. You were the one that brought them to the light. You were the one that shined the light for them, honey. And they should have stood up for the soulmate. They should have made a stand for the soulmate connection. But now watching from afar, a challenge and conflict and drama will initiate once this initiation of passion comes to you, and that weighs heavy on them. There's nobody in the community around you all expecting this person to say anything to you, and that's the truth and clarity, some sort of sign right there. Clarifying the truth. Clear acknowledgement of what? They want a second chance to come together. They want to celebrate long term. Look at this. The masculine is ready to transition. They're ready for change because they see it for what it is now. Ready to follow through with a soulmate contract with morals, because this is an offer that has been at the crossroads, at a dead end. Initiation. This masculine is saying this offer has been at the crossroads long enough. He don't even know if the offer is still up for debate. 10 Swords has been defeated, stabbed in the back, lied to him, betrayed. He's telling himself he has betrayed her too much. 9 Pentacles, because of codependency, it come in reverse, flipped in the upright. 10 Swords. He's done. The masculine is done with codependency. He's done connecting to women that don't take care of themselves. And here's the emotional confusion that he manifested it through. Manifesting through emotional thoughts. A soulmate. Lover. Love. Soulmate kind of love. Past life relationship. You've known each other before. Cornucopia, the abundified, move without knowing. This masculine has actually told the divine, he's like, okay, I'll even get in this boat and put my blindfold on. And the divine says, no, I want you to watch where you're going. Why do they say that? Yeah. They want them to watch themselves be enlightened after being held in for quite some time. They want this masculine to be able to feel and see what they've been saving room for. Because what they don't know, the Four of Swords, what this King of Wands does not know, is that this Queen of Cups, the Queen of Wands, Cancer and Aries, focus twin, was there for them to master the twin flame connection. Who's the Queen of Cups? That's the Judgment. The Queen of Cups was the final firm decision, maybe because she had a child. Knight of Cups, or the masculine was vibing low emotionally, and that's what he's seen the truth about when he come together with this challenge and conflict. He was looking to see what was challenging his own mentality, and it was the Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. It was arguments with an ex, and that's what caused him to independently take charge of his own throne through reflection, through being able to spend some time alone to do some shadow work behind the scenes in distress on where his emotions are, without support, to be able to reconsider on where he goes to find peace when he's aggravated. Are you going to go to a hole on the street? Or are you going to go in there and meditate, write, smoke a joint, something like that? What are you going to go to? Are you going to go to the spirit realm, or are you going to go to people? I love you guys. Ciao.